So let me ask this question. How many of you guys, when you go to the theater and you see that preview for a movie, what's the reason that they always have those previews there? What's the point? It's to get you excited about that movie, right? It's to get you excited about what it's all about. That's why they throw out all of these previews. Now, in a way, what we're going to be talking about next is like the preview. It's like a preview for the VBS, and that's the Word Up. Now, the Word Up after game time in the VBS is really the first thing. It's going to be that preview for the kids to see what that whole day for VBS is going to be about. Okay, it's the theme. And it's a time to kick that off. Okay, now like with anything in the VBS, there's going to be some time aspects to it. Okay, and this one is really short. Okay, if you go over 3 minutes with this one, you're teaching too much. Okay, this is just briefly introducing the theme that is going to be touched on throughout the whole thing. Okay, it's a time to set that up. So it's designed to help the kids understand, and if they walk away from the VBS only knowing about what that theme was, they're learning things about who God is. Okay? Each day has a specific theme that is going through the curriculum of the VBS, and the Word Up encapsulates that into a phrase. So, how then do I know what to say during this time? Well, like with everything, you have the information right here. Okay? This is going to be a big tool for you to help you in these things because you don't have to come up with everything on your own. Okay? In this time frame, obviously you have the Word Up right here, but again, like with everything, you want to have an introduction to catch the kids' attention about what you're going to say. And with the Word Up, it's actually kind of fun. Okay? You get to have a lot of fun with the kids in this part because you're going to not only teach a little bit about what that theme is, but you get to then have some fun with it. This is a great tool to have because not only is it the theme, but it's also something that you use throughout the entire VBS. It's in the Bible lesson. There are places where the Bible lesson, as you're teaching it, will link into the Word Up for the day. So you can use that to get the kids to interact. It can apply into the missionary story, the memory verse. Okay, this ties into everything in the VBS and can be used. This is also a great tool if the kids are starting to get restless and distracted that you can use to get their attention back. Okay, so let's dive into looking at the Word Up. So if you will go to lesson 1 and look in there, you'll find that the Word Up is right on top. Okay, first thing is you get past all the schedules and stuff, Word Up, first thing out of the gate. Okay, and the Word Up for day 1 is God can change me. Now, if you've watched the prayer time video, that prayer time is building off of this too, is how does God change me? Well, through prayer, this is what He will change, okay? But you're going to be introducing this to the kids, this theme, this idea, God can change me. So it's kind of fun. You get to maybe act a little bit. You can act something like, if I'm going this way and I realize that the place I wanted to go isn't that way, what should I do? You can ask the kids a question, but you can even act it out. Like you start walking and, oh, hang on. What if where I'm going isn't that way and I finally realize that it's not? What should I do? I need to turn around, right? Yeah, that's right, I should. But do you know that we're born living this life going in the wrong direction? And there is nothing that we can do to change that? But you know what? God can change it. God has the power to. And today we're going to be learning about how God can change us. And actually, that reminds me of our word up. Okay, so you've very quickly introduced it, linked it on what it does, and in your packet, you're going to have this visual right here. This has all of the word ups in here. So you need to have this ready, because right there, here's your word up. God can change me. So in the VBS today, we're going to learn about how God can change me. Now, how the word up works is that if any of the leaders say word up, you guys have to say God can change me back to that leader as loud as they said word up. So we're going to practice this, okay? If I say word up, how loud do you guys have to be? That's right, just as loud as I was. So if I whisper it, they got to whisper. If I yell it, they got to yell. You see where you can have some fun with this with the kids? They love this part because they get to shout. If you want, they can stand up. But again, that's adding more motions that might take a little longer. Yelling or matching the leader as how they say word up is the easiest way to do that. That's the word up. Very plain and simple. It's a brief time where you gain their attention through an introduction, tell them, teach them a little bit about how this is going to go through the whole VBS, and how, when somebody says word up, they respond. Because then throughout the whole VBS, they're going to be responding. And it gets fun as you get later into the week because they start like confusing which word up they're on. So you might get Monday's word up on Wednesday. You might get Tuesdays. It changes. But that also shows you that the kids are learning and remembering. Okay? So this is a big part of teaching them, is it's giving them something to attach to what they're learning. And it's a phrase that goes through the whole VBS. Like I said, it's the preview. So you got to give them the preview before they want to watch the entire movie. So will you take the time to teach them and show them the preview and have fun with it? There will be a demonstration of the word up that you can go and watch. Okay? Again, if you have bought the curriculum pack, you will have this book that has all of the word ups in there that you can look through. Again, you don't have to memorize word for word. But get the main idea. Put it into your words so it actually comes out as you practice a little easier. Because if you're trying to force everything that the book says out, ain't going to happen. But, again, use this as your template, as your guide to help as you do this. So take some time, watch that video if you need it. But again, I'm going to encourage you guys all the time, practice out loud. It is helpful. I know you might think you sound weird or crazy or who has time for that, but trust me, it helps. So take time to practice it.